Tonight on Fox 55 News, Allen County making headway for funding for the new jail. And your household's taxes will be impacted. We'll tell you just how much. And a public hearing on the Adams Center annexation. What residents in the area had to say about the proposed data center. Plus, unprepared defense. Why an attorney for Richard Allen is requesting the next hearing for his case to be moved. I'm Brianna Bias. Fox 55 News, first at 10, starts now.
The area's only primetime local newscast. This is Fox 55 News, first at 10.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. The average Allen County household's income taxes are going up. Each household will pay an average of $63. County Council voted to increase residents' taxes today, and residents spoke up, saying they don't believe the county actually exhausted all of its options. And commissioners will meet again tomorrow, and we will bring you an update right here on Fox 55 News. Fort Wayne City Council hosted a public meeting this afternoon, allowing for public comment on the Adams Center East annexation. You may recall that this 728-acre annexation is for the data center dubbed Project Zodiac. Today, only 2 residents voiced their opinions during an afternoon public meeting, and that hearing only lasted around 9 minutes. But another hearing is scheduled for November 9th. Well, today was absolutely beautiful, a little bit of breeze and comfortable temperatures, but Chief Meteorologist Beverly Perry is in the Weather Center now. Now, Beverly, how much longer do we have these lovely temperatures?
At least through tomorrow. So if you get the chance, get out there and enjoy it. The here and the now, we do have a cloudy sky overhead, a few showers skirting across parts of the area, especially if you live along and north of the toll road. And then we also have some showers back off to Chicago. That'll be tracking in across our counties along and north of US 6. But for the most part, many of us dry and tucked away under the clouds. 64 in Fort Wayne. We're coming in at 66 in Bluffton and 64 in Warsaw. Now, as you get ready for the day come tomorrow morning, believe it or not, temperatures are going to be in the middle 60s. A very warm start to the day and a very nice afternoon. I'll time that out for you, plus the rain that's also on the way coming up.
Beverly, thank you. Attorney General Todd Rokida's team is celebrating a court win today over the Satanic Temple. The temple challenged Indiana's abortion ban, claiming it violated the Religious Freedom Restoration Act by criminalizing abortion. A court threw out that case today, and Rokida called the lawsuit, quote, ridiculous on its face, but said the court's decision was important because it sustained a constitutionally sound pro-life law. And there are new developments tonight in the double murder case of Richard Allen. He's the man accused of killing Libby German and Abby Williams in Delphi back in 2017. Allen's sole remaining lawyer asked Special Judge Fran Gohl to move next Tuesday's hearing back because Allen's defense is not prepared. But Gohl has ruled the hearing will take place as scheduled on Tuesday, and she's granting Allen's request to squash subpoenas for his mental health records, but denying his request to broadcast that hearing and be transferred out of the Westville Correctional Facility. A Fort Wayne man pled guilty by agreement after he was charged with threatening Congressman Jim Banks and his family. 34-year-old Aaron Thompson, there on your screen, will plead guilty to a felony and a misdemeanor. He could face up to 2 years and 4 months behind bars, and court documents show Thompson left 8 voicemails at the congressman's office back in April. In one message, Thompson is heard saying he has a gun and says, quote, your daughters grow up without their father, or you grow old without your daughters, end quote. Capitol Police say Thompson admitted to making the calls while drunk. The Weiser Park Youth Center got families in the Halloween spirit tonight ahead of the Halloween weekend. It was their annual Harvest Fest, and the best part for families was that it was both cost-free and spook-free. They had games, crafts, and treats, and Supervisor Zanette Page says people continue to come back year after year because of how much they have to offer.
Events like this are a safe environment for the young people. We just want to keep them safe and having a good time in a controlled environment.
They had caramel apple nacho bars and a hot chocolate bar and a beanbag toss. A similar event happened simultaneously at the McMillan Community Center, and Page says it's fun to be able to provide safe events for kids in the community. Parkview Health is looking local for its artwork. The medical group's newest location on Glencairn Boulevard in Fort Wayne features works by many local artists, including Theophilus Smith III, more commonly known as Fresh Laundry. The 18-piece collection is named Synergy of Hope, and it draws inspiration from nature in order to inspire and brighten patients' time in that facility.
It's inspiring. You want to leave a space where you feel like you're getting the most care. And that starts with what you see. So when you're seeing something visually, you feel empowered. You have the audacity to be great. You all have the audacity to feel better.
Smith is eager to work with Parkview again, and he's hopeful the city continues to look local for its artwork. The Southwest Outpatient Center officially opens November 1st. 500 kids. That's how many children are on the wait list for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northeast Indiana right now. The organization connects kids with an adult to serve as their mentor, and together they dedicate 4 hours a month together, engaging in an activity of their choice. But most of the time, the pairings end up spending a lot more time together than that. Rhonda has been a Big for 7 years and says she loves serving her community on a personal level.
I feel that it's always great to give back to your community, and this is an easy way to give back. There are a lot of people who need a strong role model in their lives, so if a person feels that they could be that role model, this is an excellent opportunity for them to do that.
Merriweather is actually on her second little. The first child she mentored graduated and moved out, but Merriweather enjoyed the program so much she wanted to have another go, and that's what the program needs, more Bigs. We'll tell you more about that program during next Wednesday's Start Something Big segment. And speaking of Big Brothers Big Sisters, tonight they had an event at the agency here in downtown Fort Wayne. We're less than a week away from Halloween, and Big Brothers Big Sisters are kicking off Halloween weekend early. The agency hosted a Halloween party for the Bigs and Littles tonight, and kids of all ages showed up with their Bigs dressed up to have some spooky fun. They boogied on the dance floor, decorated cupcakes, and put on prosthetics to decorate themselves. Mary Knight has been with her little for over a year, and she appreciates having a space dedicated to activities for them.
They always do a really nice job putting things together. The kids always have a really nice time, and then her and I get a lot of opportunities to talk and hang out and just have fun.
And while the agency organizes events like this, they also encourage Bigs to do site visits. That's where the Bigs travel to schools and events where the children already are. It's another way to include kids who can't spare a lot of time. Well, as we told you last night, the United Auto Workers Union and Ford have reached a tentative deal to end a bruising strike. Brett Cast has more details on what that will mean for our neighbors to the north in Michigan.
A night on the picket line turning into a night of celebration. After 41 long days, workers at Michigan Assembly Plant shedding tears of victory.
This seems like a very good day for me.
It is. Ford employee Keith Drugilevich ecstatic, learning base wages are going up 25%, not including cost of living allowance and profit sharing.
We said 40, 20. I was like, let's just the 30, you know, and we'll go from there. But for them to give us 25 and then the COLA on top of it, I mean, I'm ecstatic. I can't believe it, to be honest.
While top wage is now more than $40 an hour, the biggest increase goes to young employees like Joshua Young.
It's history being made, and I'm glad that I'm in it.
Young started with Ford in May and says as a tiered worker, he made roughly $16 an hour.
So you said you made $16 an hour?
Yes.
Because they just bumped the minimum pay to $28 an hour.
Yes, they did.
He's a fourth-generation Ford worker with a young daughter at home and says the long days on the picket line were worth his roughly 65% pay increase.
I can't even express it because it is the most greatest feeling I have, for real.
I can't come down here every day, but I always made sure I walked that line every Wednesday.
It's been 41 days since their last full paycheck, as the workers in Wayne sacrificed the most in this strike. The bonfires that were blazing just hours ago now left to burn out. But these workers say their futures are only getting brighter.
What does that mean for you and your family and your future?
Way brighter, that's for sure.
Well, coming up, an hour-long ground raid in northern Gaza by Israeli troops. Why officials say this could mean an invasion is imminent. And Representative Jamal Bowman speaks on pulling a fire alarm following the release of that video. What he had to say when Fox 55 First at 10 comes back.